So this is my G90 M5, and as you can probably tell, it's not very stock anymore, to be honest. So today we're going to be going through what I think are the top 5 modifications you can do to your G90 M5. A few of you might be thinking, this car's brand new, Nathan, why are you modifying it? And that's why I quickly want to explain this. This car is absolutely amazing out of the factory, but if you want to get the most out of the car, the modifications genuinely turn this car into a completely different animal. When I first got in the car, I thought it was amazing still. The only problem was, it was very numb. You couldn't feel much, you couldn't hear much. Don't get me wrong, you could feel the G-force because of how fast it was, but it was really lacking that sort of driver feel, to be honest. And a lot of that, for me, was down to noise, and also I wasn't a fan of the look of it, but we'll get onto that later. A lot of it was down to the noise. No matter what mode you was in, you would genuinely really struggle to hear any sort of exhaust noise, and that for me is quite a big thing. But now we've made a few changes, along with a few little power upgrades, and this car is absolutely insane to drive now. You've got to be so careful on how you drive it because it's so easy to go straight over the speed limit. I'm going to shut up for a minute and let you guys just hear some raw audio of what this car sounds like now whilst we go for a drive on a little country lane, keeping it below the speed limit. The sound of the intakes is absolutely ridiculous, and the tone of the exhaust is perfect. You can't hear the exhaust at all unless you're on throttle. Slow it down a little bit and let that traffic ahead go forward a bit. What we can do is we can test a quick launch. This car is so fast, it is a joke. And it sounds so good. It's literally got me like a little kid coming on and off the throttle because of how good that intake sounds. So you've got a rough idea of what the car drives like now. Let me pull over and let's go through all the mods which have genuinely made me fall in love with this car. It's time to go through the top 5 mods that you can do to your G90 M5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the cheapest and then work our way up to the most expensive. And at the end, I'm going to rank all of them for you so you guys can know what one to prioritise and get them first. So starting with the cheapest, I think a great upgrade is the Zunsport Grilles. BMW made the factory inlet ducts massive, huge gaps. Before I put these on, I could literally fit my head in it. I'll try and overlay a video of that. This right here is the problem. Yep, it's absolutely great for airflow, but you are very prone to damages. Anything can come in, smash your rads up, rocks can, birds can, animals can literally sit behind the grill at this point. The last thing you want is to be on a road trip and a rock goes straight through your oil cooler and you're broken down at the side of the road. So these, in my opinion, are a pretty essential upgrade. At this point in time when filming, you can buy the full kit including the oil cooler cover for £539, or if you wanted to just go for these parts separately, you can too, and it works out a little bit cheaper. Next up, we've got something under the bonnet, which is mounted just down here, and this is the TDI Tuning Box. This is a plug and play tuning box, which takes the power of the car from 720 brake horsepower to 850 brake horsepower. But the torque level that this car goes to with that tuning box is absolutely insane. It puts it to 1,240 Newton meters of torque. Every time I drive the car, I can't get over how fast this car feels. This one here is a complete no-brainer for me because I like going fast. If you want to see a little bit more about that, we actually made a video installing that so you guys can see the dyno graphs and everything like that. But these are currently on sale for £625. The next mod's also under the bonnet. This is what you would have heard whooshing away, the Eventuri full carbon fiber intakes. These sound absolutely phenomenal. When you're driving, you get a nice bit of V8 intake noise, and then when you let off, you get the turbo noise. It's unreal, to be honest, and they literally look like a work of art. The reason why they are quite loud is because they've got an intake duct, which is right here, which is pretty close to your head. So you're hearing everything that this engine's making. The guys over at Eventuri have dyno tested these to make extra brake horsepower and stuff like that. But what I've noticed myself when I'm actually driving the car is when I put my foot down, it seems like it picks up a little bit quicker. At the time I filmed this, these bad boys would currently set you back around £2,279. Before we go any further, I want to interrupt this video to let you guys know that we are going to be at Gravity Show this year, the UK's biggest modified car show. We're going to have a lovely stand there. If you guys are interested in coming, I've dropped a link in the description down below and you guys can grab a ticket. Back to the video. Up next, we've got the Milltek exhaust system. And this for me is probably one of the main mods to do, to be honest, because from factory, it sounded absolutely rubbish. Literally like a Hoover. I'm gonna lay a stock sound over now and then a sound with this so you can see the difference for yourself.
You ready?
Yep.
She sounds good.
Are you revving it?
Yeah, it's revving. 1-0.
At the time of filming with the brushed titanium tips like I've got, this will set you back around £4,950. So you might be thinking, why does this G90 M5 look better than every other G90 M5? That's because it's running the TRE PR-1 full body kit. And for me, this completely transforms the car. I personally didn't really like the look of this car from factory. Yes, it grew on me a little bit, but it looks so unfinished, and this body kit makes the car look aggressive, still looks stylish, very classy. Overall, it accentuates the whole car. And in my opinion, it looks so much better. But let me show you around the body kit now quickly. So it's got a lovely 3-piece front splitter, which looks single piece, along with some front bumper canards that come around the air intake ducts on the side. Around the side skirts dip in to allow a little bit for the door projectors to project their light down. Over here, we've got a lovely rear spoiler, makes the rear end look a lot more aggressive. The factory one is pretty pony. And then round the back, which is my absolute favorite part, we no longer have the Grand Canyon Fong rear diffuser, and we have got a lovely full carbon rear diffuser, which completely transforms the back of this car. At the time of filming, the TRE PR-1 Body Kit comes in at £5,799, but all of the parts can be purchased separately. And with the TRE PR-1 Body Kit, there is a 5-year warranty. Everything's pre-preg carbon, so if you have anything on the car which is carbon already, this carbon is going to match that absolutely perfect because it's made to the exact same spec as your BMW M Performance carbon is. As you've probably noticed, there's loads more mods on the car which you'll see on the channel if you want to watch any other videos, but these were the top 5 that you can do to the car in my opinion, and I've now ranked them from what you should prioritise. First up, number 1, I'd probably go for the Eventuri Intakes, purely because they are the best sounding intakes I've ever heard on any car. I've put an intake on pretty much every car I've ever owned, and nothing's really come close to the sound that these are making. And you get a nice little power boost from putting them on as well. Next up has got to be the TRE Body Kit, purely because when I bought this car, I knew it was going to look so much better with that body kit, and without having the body kit on, I still wouldn't like the look of the car. Next up, we've got the exhaust system. As I said earlier, the factory exhaust sounded so bad, and it was a little bit embarrassing where the car was starting to look nice and I still hadn't fit the exhaust yet. I would get people asking me like, oh Nath, give it a rev, and then I'm sitting there like, oh, yeah, I'm going to completely ignore that you said that, because if I rev it, it's a little bit embarrassing to have an M5 that sounds like a Hoover. Next up, we've got the tuning box. I've put this a little bit lower on the list purely because I understand that not everyone will have the same take as me in wanting to make their car as fast as possible. A factory G90 100% is more than enough for near enough absolutely everyone in terms of power. But if you want to take it to that ridiculous level, that tuning box 100% is a great upgrade to go for. Lastly, we've got the Zunsport Grilles. I feel like these are an essential mod, but they're pretty basic when it comes to an actual mod. You pop them on, your car's protected, looks a little bit nicer, and away you go, away you drive. So that sums up my top 5 mods you can do to your G90 M5. If you've got any questions, any comments, drop them down below. I'll always make sure I come back and reply to them. If you do want any of the products that I have listed in this video, use code YouTube5 on the AUTOID website and you're going to get a nice little discount. And I ask of one more thing before I go. Please, can you guys start subscribing? Because I want to hit 100k and I want to put a YouTube plaque in the office above my desk. And on that note, we'll see you guys next Sunday at 4 p.m.